Yes, how are you? Did you understand the last lecture on E1? We have just surfaced on E1 and we will be having more depth analysis after the completion of E2. We will have a comparable analysis. Okay. So today's discussion is E2 reaction. Okay. What is E2 reaction? E2 reactions means elimination bimolecular through formation of a transition state. Today we'll discuss E2 reaction, that is elimination bimolecular of second order through the formation of a transition state. Do you remember E1 reaction? What happened in E1 reaction? In E1 reaction, we found that first the leaving group leaves and a carbocation is formed, and that was the rate determining step. That carbocation can rearrange. What happened next? Next, a weak base came and removed the beta hydrogen. Okay, and what happened? A bond is formed, giving alkenes. And in E1 reaction, Sejav's product means the more crowded products was the dominating product. But in case of E2 reactions, we'll discuss the procedure taking into consideration the alkyl halide. E2 reaction for alkyl halide. What is that? Let me take one alkyl halide. RCH2 CH2 halogen, this is derivative here. If I take here a strong base, if I take here a strong base, now the strong base may be NH2 minus, maybe OH minus, maybe RO minus, maybe R minus. These are strong bases. Okay. Now, if I take a strong base, what happens? This base attacks this beta hydrogen, and simultaneously this halogen leaves. And this all occurs through a transition state. How? In the transition state RCH, this bond is breaking, and here the base, I'll represent base as B minus, is getting attached to this hydrogen, and this bond is breaking. Now here CH2, this bond is breaking and this bond is forming. This is the transition state. This is the transition state. Remember, in the transition state, this base, beta hydrogen, beta carbon, alpha carbon, and the leaving group must be in one plane, and this should be anti-periplanar to each other. This will be anti-periplanar to each other. Then only elimination will occur. I'll explain this in better manner with an example only. So this base, beta hydrogen, beta carbon, alpha carbon, and this leaving group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 must be in a plane, and they should be anti-periplanar to each other, so that elimination will occur. What happens? Simultaneously, this is a living and this is also living, and this is the transition state. This is the transition state. Clear? And here in the transition state, there is double bond character being developed. So what happens next? RCH double bond CH2. So this is the entire process of E2. Why did I say this is E2? Elimination bimolecular, because this is a single step reaction, and in the single step, the concentration of the alkyl halide and the base, they both affects the rate of reaction. Matlab, if I write the rate equation, I have to consider both the alkyl halide and the base into consideration. Okay. So what are the key points of this reaction? The key points of the reactions are, can you rub this? The key points of this reaction are, Bit 1 is a single step reaction. Let me write the key points for you. What are the key points? It is a single step reaction passing through a transition state. Passing through a ट्रांजिशन स्टेट. ये क्या है? एक सिंगल स्टेप रिएक्शन है. इट पासेस थ्रू ए ट्रांजिशन स्टेट इन विच five atoms are in a plane. What are they? Beta hydrogen, beta carbon, alpha carbon, and leaving group X. Who are they? Beta hydrogen, beta carbon, alpha carbon, and last not the least, base. These five must be in a plane for this elimination reaction to occur. And this configuration is known as, or the way they arrange in the transition state, that conformation is known as anti-periplanar conformation. This conformation is known as anti-periplanar conformation. Okay, do you understand the first point, first key point? Do you understand the next key point? E2 is regioselective reaction. E2 is regioselective reaction. Do you remember regioselective? In the last class I discussed that E1 is also regioselective. That means the products formed are different from each other. Matlab the products formed will be structural isomers, and one will be in more amount, the other one will be in less amount. There will be structural isomers in the products. One will be in major amount, the other one will be in minor amount. So we say it regioselective. So E2 is a regioselective reaction, and it follows Sedgwick rule. But condition is that the base must be small, because if I take a bulky base, then it will follow Hofmann rule. What is Sedgwick rule? Do you remember? The products formed will be having more crowding, more substitutions, and more stabilized alkenes. So E2 is a regioselective reaction, and it follows Sedgwick rule. What is Sedgwick rule, beta? It means more crowded alkene are formed, and smaller base are used. How? Which type of bases we use? We use smaller bases. Okay. Next key point. What is that? E2 reactions are also stereospecific. Listen carefully. What is stereospecific? Stereospecific means if, third point, E2 reactions are stereospecific. What is stereospecific? But remember, stereospecific means it is related to the reactant. It means in this reaction a particular stereoisomer will react, but the other stereoisomer will not react. It is a reactant constant concept. What I am going to say, I will just tell you with the help of an example. Let's go for the example. What is stereospecificity? First, stereospecificity is what? Write down. Is related to the reactants. It is related to the reactants in which one particular type of stereoisomer reacts while the other does not react. While the other does not react. What is the example here? This is bromine, hydrogen, methyl, and this is obviously methyl groups. So this, if I'll make it react with a strong base E2O minus and heat it, it will definitely undergo E2 reaction. What will happen? In a single step, E2O minus will rope in this hydrogen and bromine is left. Look here. Is this cis isomer? H in the same side. Is this cis isomer? Now this H and this bromine are anti to each other. Rather, I can say here anti-elimination occurs. What can I say? Here anti-elimination occurs. What will happen in this case? In this case, is this the product form? CH3. Now, this E2O minus has removed this H and this bromine. Now, is it okay? Clear? Easy? But if the question is something like this. Here, there is bromine. Here, there is H. CH3. Now look here. Bromine and H are here and H are H in the opposite side. That means this is trans form or the trans isomer. If I react this E2O minus and hit it, there will be no elimination reactions. Why? Because elimination reactions will only occur if it is in anti-periplanar manner. Matlab anti-elimination will only take place. In this case, bromine and H are not in anti-positions. So there is no chance of E2 reaction. This is stereospecificity. You understand? Matlab it will only target that particular isomers which is possible in giving anti-periplanar structures. It will not target this isomer. Do you understand now? This phenomenon is called stereospecificity. So this reaction will not occur here. Do you understand now? The reaction here will be not occurring. Next, one more thing I want to introduce to you is that what are the reagents used here? What are the reagents used here? The reagents used are strong bases. Here the reagent used is strong bases. Look here. Reagents are strong bases. I told you the names of strong bases. What are they? The names are R minus, NH2 minus, OH minus, RO minus. And remember, RO minus are stronger base than OH minus. Stronger base. RO minus are stronger base than OH minus. Sometimes you will find that it is written in this manner. ROH plus KOH, or sometimes they will be writing here ROH plus NaOH. Don't worry, these both are all same. I can write this as RO minus K plus, or I can write here RO minus Na plus. These are only strong bases. Need not to worry about that. Okay? And some more examples. Can I write like this? MeO minus. Just a trend. This experiment will verify trend. MeO minus is a base, can be used in this manner. EtO minus. I am not writing in a trend, matlab increasing or decreasing, but just example. EtO minus. Similarly, isopropyl O minus. Isopropyl, do you remember? Is it something like this? CH3, CH, CH3, O minus. These are bulky bases. Okay, these are bulky bases. Similarly, tertiary butoxide, CH3, C, CH3, CH3, O minus. Do you understand this? Order or rate of E2 reaction in case of alkyl halides. Next is order or rate of E2 reaction, okay, in case of alkyl halide. In case of alkyl halide. Look here. What will happen in this case? In case of alkyl halide, the order followed is a tertiary, then secondary, then primary. Why? Do you remember the transition state where there was a double bond character? Matlab there was olefinic character. Double bond matlab it prefers what? Crowding. More crowding, more will be the stability. Isn't it? So remember, as the transition state has olefinic character, hence it prefers crowding. Hence it prefers crowding. More crowding, more stability of the olefinic transition state, more will be the stability. Remember, in SN1, same 3 to 1, tertiary, secondary, primary. In E1, 3 to 1. In E2, 3 to 1. But only in SN2, the trend is reverse 1 to 3. Isn't it? Easy, na? Understood this concept? So, next, one more thing I want to add here is that it is therefore more is the crowding, more is the stability. Did you understand? One more thing I want to add is what? I want to add here kinetics. What are the kinetics here? The rate is proportional to the concentration of the alkyl halide and the concentration of the base we have wrote in. So what is the order here? Do you remember order? Rate equation, rate law expression में ये power का sum 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. Say what is the molecularity here? Molecularity is also 2. Isn't it? The order is 2. The molecularity is also 2. Okay? Understood this? What is the stereo in this case? The stereo is Säge product is measured here. Okay. And the condition is that base must be small. Base must be small. Now, one more thing. Which type of solvents are preferable in E2? Do you remember SN1 polar protic, SN2 polar aprotic? In E2, polar aprotic favors. Remember beta, again I am saying solvents are just a support system for the mechanism. Solvent will not decide what mechanism it will follow. The basic deciding factor is the degree. Okay, the basic deciding factor is the degree, not the solvent. Okay. Next, let us go for some examples. Acha. Do you remember polar protic solvents will favor SN1, E1. Polar aprotic solvents will favor SN2, E2. It means all the unimolecular reactions are favored by polar protic, where carbocation is formed as the intermediate. These two reactions go through transition state. Polar aprotic solvents favors. Okay, let us go for some examples of E2 reactions. I'll give you some questions and we'll discuss on those questions and then these examples. First example. Let me solve some examples for you. First, example 1. Is this alkyl halide? E2O minus heated. Now tell me, E2 reaction occurs. What will happen? Chlorine removed. Here this is beta hydrogen. I can remove hydrogen from any part. Is this the case? Clear? Second, do you understand this case? Second one, what will happen? Do you agree with me that I can write here there is anti-elimination? You should not forget this. Do you remember that I said the 5 atoms should be in what? In my plane, isn't it? The next question is, with E2O minus heated E2. Acha, if it is a E1 reaction, then after this chlorine removal there will be a plus here, this plus shifts here, because it will have carbocation and carbocation is rearranged. But in E2 reaction there is no chance of carbocation, isn't it? There is no chance of formation of carbocation. So there is only one transition state. So here I can get the product in this manner. Isn't it? Clear? Can I have a cis and trans of this? Yeah, definitely I can have a cis and trans on this. Okay. Next, third example. What is the third example? Cl, E2O minus heated. Clear? What will happen? Again E2 reactions. What will happen? Removing Cl and removing H in one step. Can I get something like this? CS1. Can I get something like this? Why? Either I can remove this H or I can remove this H. Isn't it? I can remove this H or this H. If I remove this H, then this is a product. If I remove this H, then this is a product. Now tell me, which one will be the major product? Which one will be the major product? So major product will be this one, because this is more crowded. This is major, isn't it? And this can have cis trans. This is the minor product. Easy? Doubt? More crowding will be the major product and less crowding will be the minor product. Next, one more example. If something this is like this, bromine, E2O minus heated, E2 reactions. What will happen? Bromine removed, no chance of any carbocation or rearrangements. So what is the product form in this case? This is the product form, bromine from here and H from here. Easy? You understand? Next question. Let me tell you the next question. Bromine, same, E2O minus heated, E2 reaction. What will happen? Bromine, and this is the alpha position, then this beta position. We need a hydrogen, but here there is methyl, methyl, methyl. No chance of hydrogen. When there is no hydrogen, no elimination reactions, even if you hit, so there is no reaction in this case. Do you understand this concept clearly? Next, the sixth question. So you can write here, beta hydrogen is absent. What is absent? Beta hydrogen is absent. Okay, next concept. Sixth question. Cl, ETO minus, heated, E2. Tell me, can this go for elimination reactions? Yes or no? Huh? Cl, this is the alpha carbon, this is the beta carbon, this is the beta carbon, this is the beta carbon. From any position we can remove hydrogen. Can I get something like this? Yes or no? This carbon, this carbon, this carbon. From this hydrogen is removed. So this double bond. Okay. See, don't get confused about the diagram. They will be knowingly giving you such diagram that will lead you to the confusions. Okay. Next. One more. Cl. ETO minus, heated, E2. What will happen? Can I get something like this? Yes or no? And this will be the measure. Huh? Why? More crowding. Easy? Doubt? No. Next question. 8. Cl. ETO minus, heated, E2 reaction. What will happen? Here chlorine is removed. Then simultaneously here there is a H. Isn't it? Huh? Here also there is a H. So what can I do? Can I get something like this? And also, not tell me which will be the measure. Obviously this one, because more crowding. So this will be the measure one. Easy? Copy it down. Copy it down. Next. Question number 9. Look here. Here I have done a bromine here, and to this bromine I have put something like this with alcoholic KOH. Do you remember? Now only I discussed alcoholic KOH. Matlab any alcohol with KOH. What will happen? RO minus K plus, strong base. Isn't it? Now this was a JEE question. Now tell me, how many varieties of products will be formed? How many varieties of the products will be formed? Tell me. Is it something like this? From this bromine removed, can I draw like this? Easy? Clear? Can I have a cis-un transform from this? Obviously I can have. What's the problem? Can this position have a hydrogen here? Obviously this will be a bit difficult, isn't it? There is no chance of what? What chance is not there? There is no chance of ring expansion or anything, because there is no carbocation formation. Clear? Now here from this, once bromine is removed, from this it can remove a hydrogen from this, or from this, or from this position, isn't it? Now see, this is having 1, 2, 3 substitution, this is having 1, 2, 3, 4 substitution, isn't it? Now one more thing, there may be stress in this ring, but it's not considered too much. Now one more thing, this will have how many forms? Cis trans. Can this have a cis trans? No, isn't it? Is it having any chiral center? Is this having any chiral center here? Any chiral centers? Think and answer. Okay. Next, one more question. 10th. alcoholic KOH. Iodine removed. Okay. Now, either I can have products in this way, or I can have product this way, isn't it? Now you know better which one will be the major product. Which one will be the major product? This product will be the major product. Why? More crowding. Easy. One more question. Let me go for one more question. Eleven. Bromine, alcoholic KOH. See, this is the simple product formed. Why? It will not go for any chance of ring contraction, isn't it? Doubt? Concept clear? Easy. Now, question number 12. pH, C, CH3, H, single bond, CH2, Br. Why alcoholic KOH? And all these alcoholic KOH requires little heating, okay? So what will happen in this case? Again, no chance of carbocation, so no rearrangements and all, no Nautankies. CH2. Done. The next discussion is an analysis. If this is the living group X, and if I make this react with a base, okay, when I make this react with a base, and when I react this with a base and heat it, and it follows E2 mechanism, so this is a single step mechanism, and there are chances that I will get this product along with this product. Why? X, you can remove this hydrogen, and also can this remove hydrogen, and you know this is the major product and this is the minor product. Or I can say this is Zev's product and this is Hopman product, isn't it? Now look at this analysis. If the base is OH minus, Zev's product formed is 85%, while Hopman product formed is 15%. This is just an analysis, okay? If the base becomes bulkier, CH3O minus. Now, the Zev's product is 80%, while Hopman product is 20%. Now, if the base is CH3, CH, CH3, O minus, if this is 75%, then this will be 25%. Got it? Now, if the base is more bulkier, now look at this case. Hopman will be dominating. Zev's will be 35% and Hopman will be 65%. Do you mark one thing? When the base is bulky, who is dominating? Which product is dominating? Hopman. I can write a point here. When bulky base are taken, then Hopman products dominates. Which product dominates? Hopman product dominates. See, when the base is becoming bulky, this Zev's percentage is decreasing. This is just an experimental analysis. These values may not be experimentally perfect. Just an analysis. Okay? Got it? Now, I want to change this concept. Now I will discuss about the living group. Here, X is a living group. And we know that more better the living group, more faster the reaction, whether it may be SN1, SN2, E1 or E2. Now look here. Can I rub this board? Now, if I'll take a base OH minus, this is also an experimental analysis, not the exact values. Now, in place of base, if I take a base OH minus, okay, and let us take the analysis of leaving group. Leaving group. Leaving group can be good leaving group like I, Br, Cl, F. If it is I, strong leaving group, isn't it? Then Sajjak's product is 85% and Hofmann is 15%. Okay. Now if it is bromine, Sajjak's is 80% and Hofmann is 20%. Now if it is chlorine, Sajjak's is 75% and Hofmann is 25%. Now if it is fluorine, everything goes a reverse manner. Here Sajjak's is 35% while Hofmann is 65%. It means when there is a very poor leaving group, Hofmann dominates. Poor leaving group makes Hofmann dominating products. Okay? Easy? Lead to the formation of Hofmann dominating products. Hofmann dominating matlab less crowding. And what about Sajjak's? More crowding. Do you understand this analysis? Now, the next analysis. What is the next analysis? Next analysis is stereo. Just a minute. Of SN1, SN2, E1, E2. Look here. Mechanism. SN1. Now tell me, is it a two-step reaction? So, two-step reaction, first step, whatever is formed, intermediate is formed. Does it rearrange? Yes. The intermediate formed is carbocation and it does rearrange. I'll write here. The intermediate form is carbocation and it does rearrange. What is the order of rate of SN1 reaction? We know that tertiary reacts faster than secondary, then primary. What is the kinetics of SN1 reaction? As it is a SN1 reaction rate is proportional to the only the alkyl halide. It does not depend upon the nucleophile because nucleophile is added in the first step, and in the rate determining step where the carbocation is formed, the rate only depends upon the concentration of alkyl halide. Now, so what is the stereo here? Here we know a racemization occur. A racemization, isn't it? Matlab inversion and retention products both are formed, and we know that the inversion products are dominant. What is the solvent used here? Polar protic solvent. Do you remember? Polar protic solvents are formed, isn't it? Clear? What is the reagents in case of SN1? Here we use weak nucleophile. Weak nucleophile is used. Easy? Let me compare this SN1 to E1 reaction. In E1 reaction, it is again a two-step reaction as I discussed in my previous lecture. In this case, what is the intermediate formed? Again, same carbocation is formed. Can it rearrange? Yes, it can rearrange. What is the order of reaction? Order is again the crowding one, tertiary, secondary and primary. What is the kinetics? Again, the rate depends upon the concentration of alkyl halide only. What is the stereo? Remember here, Sajjak's dominate, but the base should be small base. I can write here. Small base supports, isn't it? Small base supports. And we know that this is stereo selective, isn't it? That means Sajjak's dominates. Solvent, polar protic solvent. And reagent is a weak base. We use here weak base as reagents, isn't it? Now, sorry. Now let's go for SN2 analysis. SN2 सिंगल स्टेप कंसर्टेड रिएक्शन, एक स्टेप में क्या होगा, बॉन्ड ब्रेकिंग एंड बॉन्ड फॉर्मिंग. SN2 intermediate state is formed. Do you remember trigonal bipyramidal is formed as the intermediate, sorry, here there is no chances of intermediate step, only transition state is formed. Transition state is a trigonal bipyramidal, isn't it? The transition state is a trigonal bipyramidal having a negative charge over it. Do you remember that if we attach a beta position electron withdrawing group, the negative charge will be having a minimum magnitude and the transition state will be more stabilized and that will be more. Do you remember or not? So here there is a transition state is formed and the order of SN2 is just the reverse: primary, secondary and tertiary. Okay, primary, secondary and then tertiary. Now what is the kinetics? The rate depends upon alkyl halide along with the nucleophile, isn't it? What is the stereo here? Here only inversion product is formed. I have discussed this along with the help of Walden's examples. Do you remember Walden's examples? You can open my previous lecture of SN2 of alkyl halides and can watch the Walden's inversion. Solvent. What is the solvent used? Polar aprotic solvents. They don't want any solvent which will be supporting the carbocations. They don't want any solvent supporting the carbocations. They straight away they need someone who can just manage the reaction. Reagents. Here strong nucleophiles are used like RO minus type, C2H5O minus, isn't it? Next, E2 reaction. What about E2 reaction? Do you remember? E2 reaction is also a single step reaction. Transition state is formed. No chance of formation of intermediate. See, I am just writing transition state is formed. What is the order? As we found in the transition state, olefinic character is there. More crowding, more stable of the olefinic character, isn't it? So here also the order is tertiary, then secondary, then primary. Look here, this, all of them, they follow 3-2-1 order, except this fellow SN2 who follows what? 1-2-3 order. Now, what is the order of this? What is the kinetics? R is proportional to alkyl halide and also it depends upon the base. What is the order here? 1. Molecularity 1, because in the rate equation only, the rate equation, the concentration power is called order. What is the order here? 1. What is the molecularity here? 1. But what is the order here? 2. What is the molecularity here? 2. What is the order here? Tell me, what is the order in this case? 2. What is the molecularity in this case? 2. Now, what is the stereo? Here, Sedgwick is formed, and I just said about this analysis. Sedgwick is formed, Hofmann is also formed, but if the base is bulky or the leaving group is poor, then Hofmann is dominating. I can write here, if bulky base or poor leaving group favors Hofmann, and this is what? Stereo specific and also stereo selective. We saw the examples. Okay. Now it requires polar aprotic solvents. And what is the nucleophile? What is the reagent used here? Strong base. I told you about the bases also. R minus, NH2 minus, OH minus, RO minus, alcoholic KOH, alcoholic NaOH are the bases used in E2. Just take a complete note about this discussion. Okay. So my dear students, today we discussed just an intro to E2 reaction. In the next class, I will discuss with you pinacol-pinacolone rearrangement. I'll discuss more reactions on alcohols. I will discuss E1-CB reactions. I will discuss NGP reactions. NGP perhaps it will come in the third lecture from today. And these are the discussions that are left in this part. And at the end, the biggest discussion is all comparison of the reactions. So stay tuned to my video lectures. And if you have any doubts, please do write in the comment section. Sir, I have doubt in this. Or you can send a screenshot to my WhatsApp number. So till then, bye bye. Take care and keep studying. Thank you.